You know, no movement can keep going just on that constant activity. And we have to stop, I think, at some point and kind of regroup and think about where we've gone and where we've come from and where we're going. I think basically the Occupy Oakland movement has kind of reached a crossroads, you know, with the tent city being torn down, but also with the involvement of the mainstream unions in it. The mainstream unions, they're basically controlled by a bureaucracy that, to put it bluntly, is in bed with the employers. And they are convinced, you know, like that their only role is to sell their members on accepting concessions. That means lower pay, accepting cuts in their pensions and medical benefits, and accepting layoffs and privatization, that sort of thing. Once the general strike was called, and they realized this was going to really resonate with their own members, well, in fact, they've admitted that it has. I've heard a number of union staffers saying that their membership has been absolutely electrified by Occupy Oakland, and in particular the general strike. And I think their concern is if this membership gets too electrified, then the next thing, they might be fighting to get their union to really fight against concessions and cutbacks and that sort of thing. And so now they are starting to involve themselves. You see, coming up on this Saturday, we have this joint labor Occupy march and rally. And what they're going to try to do is make sure that there's no mention being made of the role that they're playing, of how they are selling concessions and cuts to their members, and also the fact that they are basically just like the water boys for the Democratic Party.